Hello again from my front porch. It's been interesting weather right now going on, and not just here in Iowa, but around the country. We had the big hurricane that hit Houston, and now there's another hurricane that's potentially bearing down on the Florida area. And in fact, I thought I'd let you all know, those of you who know, that my daughter Ashley and her husband Josh live in Florida. That's where they moved to. It's almost coming up on their first anniversary, in fact, coming up here in September, which was sort of the impetus of why I even got started into doing these video segments in the first place. But they're down in Florida, and they've started making preparations, because there apparently are three possible options of paths that this one might go. People aren't exactly, it's a little unpredictable still. And so they're not really quite sure where it's going to hit or how that impact will go. But the third and fortunately least likely option is a path that would take it close to, if not at, where Ashley and Josh live. They live on the Gulf side of Florida, so not on the Atlantic Ocean side, but on the Gulf of Mexico side, which in many cases like this is to their advantage, because it means that they avoid some of the direct ocean issues, and that the waters of the Gulf and the way the land is oriented there sort of minimizes some of their risk for these kind of things. But it doesn't mean they're completely immune. Obviously, things can still happen, and so they are taking precautions. They are planning ahead. They're doing their best to stock up on staples that they have available. Apparently, water is already selling out. Places, and gas prices are spiking, so all of that becomes an issue as everyone is panicking over what to do and scrambling for preparation. So obviously they're concerned about that, but they are also putting together an evacuation kit on the chance that they may just have to leave. Instead of trying to wait it out, they may have to head out. And Ashley says that she and Josh's parents have already devised a plan for them to be able to they have a vehicle that is fully gassed up, and that will be sufficient enough room for the four of them and the fur babies to be able to get in there, along with significant belongings, and leave the area, basically, if need be. Options are they could go to Springfield, Missouri, to stay with Josh's brother and his wife down there. Also, about 6 hours north of there is here, and certainly they'd be welcomed here as well. I would love to see them, but obviously, in this particular instance, I would be okay if they didn't show up in either place. Simply because that would mean that they weren't in danger, and that they were okay and their area was safe. That actually is my first preference. My second preference, if they have to evacuate, would be for them to come here. Especially because Ashley and Josh and I have visited, and because of some changes that they've had recently, they weren't going to be able to afford to come up to be here in a month or so for my birthday, my 50th birthday, but they were going to shoot to try to come up before the end of the year. We'll do some kind of 50th birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all bundled into one kind of thing. And my brother Zine, who was interviewed in the last segment, which if you didn't watch it, go back and watch. It's really cool. He's talking about his new album that's available on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon Music and all those other digital download places. But it's a really great album. Well, one song is pre-released. The entire album is released here in the middle of September, but you can pre-order it right now. So get out there and do that. But anyway, Zine was saying the same thing, that he wasn't going to be able to come up for my actual birthday itself, and so was looking at coming up before the end of the year kind of thing. So hopefully we'll be able to coordinate those kind of things together. So I wouldn't turn down the chance to see Ashley and Josh and his parents before the end of the year. See them sooner, but. It just kind of takes some of the joy out of that kind of a gathering when it's for a reason where you have to evacuate because your home is threatened by that kind of storm. And even if they evacuated and their home survived and where they lived, they didn't have problems and issues, then you have the other problem of looters. Just these horrible people that exploit those kind of tragedies for their own personal gain. I don't get people like that. It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, so Ashley and Josh, they're okay now, and for now, obviously, because nothing has hit Florida yet, but they do plan to be watching things very carefully and then making their plans accordingly. And I'll keep you posted on things as they come up differently, as they describe different things. But we saw the kind of damage that the hurricane did in Houston, and by all accounts, these tropical storms are getting more and more powerful. Whether that's related specifically to climate change, or there are other scientists that say it's not a climate change issue, it's just a cyclical weather patterns thing, whatever. I don't know. I'm not an expert on either one. All I know is, they do seem to be hitting hard. And so, I hope that they do well. I hope that they don't have to evacuate. That would be my preference. That would definitely be my preference for that. So that was going on. But so in Florida, they're going to have some weird weather there. This kind of impact stuff. But even here in Iowa, we had some interesting. Well, we're still having a little bit of it now. You can't really tell because today was actually a nice sunny day, but yesterday was very, very dark. Brandy and I were driving to her parents' house where they had a little family gathering, a little Labor Day grilling event there at their house, and I suspect a little bit of it was to meet the new guy. Wink, wink. And so I hope I passed the test. But it was a good time. But the sky was so dark and so red and brownish, and it looked like a massive storm was brewing, almost tornado like kind of weather. But as it turned out, that wasn't the case. There were no storms on the radar. It was smoke from forest fires in the Dakotas and I think Canada even, but this smoke, because if the air is really dense and if there's climate issues, sometimes that smoke can just get up to a level where it just kind of hitches a ride on the wind as the jet streams or whatever they're called up there, but that can get carried hundreds of miles, and that's apparently what we had going on here. Here in Iowa, we were suffering from having the sun blotted out and the dark sky from forest fires from another country, and that's pretty weird. Oh, sorry, I forgot momentarily my product placement thing. See my San Pellegrino? This is the orange one. Now, and I seriously am. I'm enjoying these more and more, and I really need to send the links to all of the videos where I feature the wonderful San Pellegrino and see if I can get them to do some kind of a sponsorship thing. I think that'd be fun because really it's very good. Oh, that's tasty. Anyway. So thank you again, Brandy, for introducing me to the San Pellegrino. That's what's happening. It's just perfect too because my shirt's kind of orange too. So it's perfect that I'm drinking my orange with my orange shirt. That's good. All right. Well, I don't have a whole lot of other to visit about, but I did want to. I knew that eventually some of you were going to be putting two and two together, and you're going to hear about things happening in Florida, and you're going to be saying, what's going on with Ashley and Josh? Are they okay? And, it's ironic because, again, these videos started way back. They started, almost a year ago now. They started with me saying, okay, instead of people were sending me messages, inboxing me, asking me all the same questions about wedding preparations and stuff. Instead of me just copying and pasting the same message to everybody and sending them, why don't I just start off the day by talking about what's going on, what the latest developments are, how things are working out with the wedding plans, how I'm feeling, how Ashley's feeling. You know, that was the initial impetus for these videos. And so now here we are, basically a year later, and I'm still doing that. I'm still giving you updates on how Ashley and Josh how they're doing. But yeah, I am hopeful that they are safe, and thoughts and prayers will be very much appreciated for them, I am sure. And so feel free to do that. So yeah, there's really not a whole lot else to do. It's a bit surreal because you know, I got the first half of my book turned in last week, yay. Now they're in the process, ATD's in the process of looking at it and trying to figure out how in the world to possibly edit this monstrosity that I sent them. But now, you know, and now I have to work on the second half still, but you know, I didn't feel like I needed to jump right back into that tonight. I have 2 months, and I don't want to squander that time. I need to get serious about getting it put together, so I'm not scrambling at the last minute at the end of October to try to get that in. But I thought, okay, I can take a bit of a breather here. I can just I can relax. I can regather my thoughts. I can do my laundry, which is going on downstairs. You know, I can just have kind of a down night, you know, enjoying my San Pellegrino. Hello, San Pellegrino folks. See, I'm still drinking. And so it is a little bit weird because now, after having been on this high level of well, stress, but also, you know, working at this high level all these hours, all this time, every night, and trying to, man, now I'm like, I feel a little guilty not being so busy tonight. This is good, but I can't let it sink in. I can't get used to it. I gotta make sure I get picked back up again. But not tonight. Tonight's still a breather night. I'm still enjoying that. Now, into this week, just so you're looking ahead, Friday night, Abby Normal plays at Pufferbilly Days in Boone, Iowa, and yours truly will be there selling merchandise, mostly t-shirts and tank tops. That's mostly all the merchandise they have left at this point. A few can koozies that they do still have and stuff, but actually, no, I take that back. I don't think we have any of those anymore. I think they're all gone. We do have some Jana West CDs. She has some custom, some individual CDs of herself. They're not Abby Normal music CDs. They're Jana doing her own compositions. It's a beautiful CD, amazing, mostly acoustic, but not all, but amazing kind of work. And she's actually in the midst of doing another one called the Jana West Freedom Project, or My Freedom Project, I think. Look it up on Facebook, because she actually has a Facebook page for Jana West Freedom Project. Look that up and follow that. She's accepting donations for those who would like to contribute to help get that album wrapped up and finished. If you'd like to be part of making that become a reality, she would very much appreciate your assistance for that as well. All right, so that's coming up this and then Hot Tamale and the Red Hots are playing on Saturday, and also Saturday night I've got together a group of folks that we're going to go play team trivia as a fundraiser event, and it's going to be great. We named the team Agents of Trivia. Trivia being an acronym. I'll let you try to guess what you think trivia stands for, and then maybe I'll post it in the comments below. Well, actually, no, I can't do that because on YouTube there are no comments below. That wouldn't be fair. So, yeah, maybe I'll just wait, and in the next episode I'll tell you what we define trivia to be. But I'd be curious, before I give away what I defined it to mean, I'd be curious to know what you all might define the word trivia to be if it were an acronym in that kind of context, the Agents of Trivia. And I'll be sure to introduce you to the Agents of Trivia Saturday when we all get together. That'll be fun. So we'll do that as well. All right, well, I need to get on with my night. Stop my babbling, because you're tired of listening to me babble anyway. And get on with it. So, yeah, a little more San Pellegrino, and I'll see you next time. San Pellegrino and I will both see you next time from my front porch.